so it took a bit of a while. So currently this is a just chatting one. Let's see, Alliance, Daggerfall, Ebonheart, Ultimate Dominion. Believing they can only counter the threat of Tamriel, the eldest races have found the old Dominion. High Elves, Wood Elves, the feline Khajiit have formed the alliance of mysticism, cunning and ferocity. Okay, so we'll have the Ebonheart Pact do. The Ebonheart Pact was forged in the war of the Eastern Tamriel, was invaded with the Akaviri, the Nords of Skyrim, Dark Elves of Morrowind, and the Free Argonians united to oppose them. The Pact endured and confronts new perils as one, and in the Daggerfall, surrounded by enemies, the Bretons, Redguards, and Orcs of the Iliac Bay have united to form the Daggerfall Covenant. They fight to protect people, if possible, to save all Tamriel and the dire forces that threaten it. I'm gonna go Ebonheart Pact. Breton. The racial skills of Breton reflect the affinity to arcane, increasing base magical recovery, light armor, alliance points gain, spell resistance, and cost reduction of spells, allowing them, allowing them to cast spells with little pause. Okay, so I do like red. Not really a fan of red cards because they're sword masters. Let's see, an orc, heavy armor use, not really. Argonian, swamp, swimming speed and all that. Imperial. Oh, I need to upgrade that. Khajiit. I was a Khajiit once and it didn't feel for me. Wood Elf. Stealth? Reduce fall damage. What was that? High Elf. Damage, resource recovery, base magic experience gain. That one maybe. What about Nord? The bonuses to two-handed weapon use, duration effect from drinks, physical, spell and frost resistant, so ultimate generation, as well as the base health of Samuel. That may be one. It's just preview champion gear. And then no gear. Yeah, she's wearing that, but why is a Nord feeling about the best right now? Dark Elf, what about them? Their racial skills affect the intelligence and agility, giving them bonuses for dual wielding, flame, lava resistance, weapon and spell damage, base magic and stamina. These bonuses allow them to adapt to anything. Ooh, Dark Elf, maybe. Remember. Oh, let's see. We've got Necromancer, Warden, Templar, Dragon Knight, Sorcerer, Nightblade. So Dragon Knight, these are ancient Akaviri martial arts with traditional battle spirit and the wield fearsome magic that pounds, shatters and physically alters the world around them. So Dragon Knight, interesting. Sorcerers can use conjuration and destruction spells to hurl lightning bolts and create shock fields. Wield dark magic to snare and stun, and summon dangerous combat followers from oblivion to system. Not really. Nightblade are adventurous and opportunities with the gift of getting in and out of trouble, relying variously on stealth blades and speed. Nightblades thrive in conflict and misfortune, trusting their luck and cunning to survive. No. Citizens and gods will react accordingly. Masters of death. No. I want to. Wardens. Defenders of the green, storytellers and natural tales become magical reality. The wields frost spells against enemies and summon them. Oh, that sounds a good one. And Templar. Bubby will not go to Templar because he's an Assassin's Creed fan, so let's have a look at. Call upon the powers of light and burning sun to deal massive damage to their enemies while restoring health, magical and stamina to allies. That sounds like me, actually. Someone who wants to be strong, but... Oh... But... spell damage... Well... Actually, before I make a character, I'm going to load this character. This is the one that has all my base games expansions on. So, like, I literally just bought the Greymoor, which I've got the statue of. I am loving, and I mean loving, the little coins that you get once you, because I haven't just got the game, I get the statue. I was so annoyed that they didn't do it for elsewhere. It was just like, really? Okay, create Nightfall. Okay, I've claimed, let's go to store. And what I want to do is, okay, Harrowstorm. Oh, 3,400. So I might get 2 things then. Crown Gems 3, and then, because those would be 3,000 in their own, but I want to get the quest starters, upgrades. Yeah, that's an upgrade I want. Digital, because it also plays the digital period edition Rider's Proud. Okay. Bundle details. Imperial Horse, Imperial Race and Outfit Style, Mud Crab, and the Pledge of Mara, so you can become married to someone. Is there anyone? I've got those. Inventory, riding lessons, services, cure for vampirism, level size, sky shards. No, I don't want to do the sky shards thing because you can easily just go online. Appearance change token, I've got those. I've got plenty of those. Mournhold pack rat, what's that? Okay. So those will be interesting to get. Don't need a merchant all the time. So yeah, it looks like I'm buying this. So purchase bundle. Select. For me, confirm. $128 new collectibles. Wow, I did not know it was that much. Oh, I've got a options. What's in the crown store? Crown crate.
Akuti is pleased to see you.
Oh, a preview crate for Nightfall. So open.
Sweet.
I got 2. Oh, I got a 3rd one. So reveal all. I've got new head marking. Oh, I got a non-combat pet. The pet is so cute, and it'd be perfect for when it's Halloween. Hershey's hunting potting markings. This.
Akuti may luck follow you.
Okay, notifications. Head marking, body marking. So remove. Inventory. Yeah, got something in there. So yeah, I get a lot of stuff in there. Oh, have I got any more slottable items? Pledge of Mara, that's just someone. Social, that's what I wanted to do. I got a mail from. Okay, so take attachment, inclusive. So I've got a new outfit style. Let's have a look at the collection. Stories, chapter, Greymoor, yeah, so we upgrade. I've got the Imperial race now, and then I got the Sludine outfit that's part of the appearance. Head markings, that would be the new Herseens one. See, I've got quite a few major adornments. Jarl crown, let's have a look at that. Doesn't make much difference, does it? I'll put that back on. Costumes. Now, this is what I'm interested in. Jarl finery. nice. But I prefer my Holiday in Balmora outfit. Body markings, that will just be the new Hercules hunting body markings. Okay, and I forgot about that. So look at the new stars. Imperial staff one. You know what, I'll look at that with my new person. Inventory, slottable items. Oh yeah, those are the treasure maps, and that's the Skyrim map, so the Sea Blood. Some more? Another Crown Experience core. I'll just use those. And I think it's just weapon. Oh, no, new mount. Got the Crypt Warden. So I've got new horses. Got a Death Hound. And Nectar Bat. And a crab. Oh, and a mammoth. Arrow in the knee. Missing Sweet Roll. Play Ragnar the Red. Yeah, I like Ragnar the Red. And then the armor styles we'll just do. So let's see. Hello to the one person watching. I'm just okay. So there we go. I've got you on my thing now. Now we're just gonna log back out and make the new character. So log out. So we're gonna log out, make a new character because now we have the Imperial. So literally that means I have everything that from the beginning of the because the next time I think I'll have 3,000 again. Well, like next time I get crowns, because I'm on the ESO Plus. Next time I get crowns, I'll buy the other expansions that you can get on the Crown Store. Because you know what? If you're gonna play this game, play the Plus version. It's only $9.99 a month, which isn't that bad if you think about it. How much? And I don't have to pay for being online for PS4, because as long as you've got one person on your thing that has, God, my nose sounds blocked. So let's see, I want to see what the Imperials, so you're a girl. I'm more into the the Academy. The Nords and Skyrim is still part of it, but I want to know what the Imperials. The racial skills of the Imperials reflect their combat training, perseverance in battle, giving them bonuses to gold drop rates, shield proficiency, base health and stamina, and resource recovery when fighting back, making them resolute fighters. Oh, why do I like that? I like that one. I haven't been an Imperial as well, so Nightblade. No, I was more a Warden. We're gonna have an Imperial Warden, I think, for this one. That's champion gear. Not bad. Okay, so I'm going for the larger size because I'm a larger woman. I know in my Sims she's very thin and that, but the thing is I've got the booty and the chest. I just wish I had a nice itty bitty waist and no cut. So this outfit is not complimenting my outfit today, but I was just like, I want to wear something comfy. I have my dog next to me because she's sleepy. Oh, my sleepy little Ivy. Okay, so height. You are short. I'm short. Well, I've got to make it as white as possible, so preview with... Oh wait, I wanted preview with no gear. Yeah. Let's see what type of markings you guys have. Oh, burr markings. Ooh, I like that one. But I wish it was in a cute colour. No. What was I just forgot which Evan Heart pack, yeah, so. I wanted her to be a bit muscular. No. No. Yeah, it used to be that dragon one. Yeah. Sorry. I think I've got a big torso. Gut size, I'm going with my imaginary gut right here. Wishy. Waist size, yeah. Arm size, go a bit larger. I've got tiny hands, so hip size, we got them hips. The posterior, I love that. It's just like posterior. No, it's the butt. It's the butt, and now I've got a shelf. That's what my mother called it. Oh, Lillian loves Sims. I didn't know that you followed me. Hello. Okay, leg size. We gotta go thick and then tiny feet. Because I have tiny feet, I'm a size 4. I could actually literally get kids' shoes if I wanted to. That's how tiny my feet are. I'm a tiny person. It's like I've got tiny hands, I've got tiny feet, and I'm a tiny person. But then, for some reason they went, oh, we're just gonna give you huge everything else. It's just like, thank you. I am literally just like, if I was, oh, let's say 3 inches taller. Okay, so foot size now. We're doing a face. I love soft faces. I'm sorry, I've got a very round face. So, do we do that? Oh, I love our eyes. And if I go quiet for a second, it is because my friends on a group chat are chatting and I'd like to talk to them too. No, I'm gonna go very soft. She's gonna be very cute. Cause, okay. Ooh, those earrings are nice. Ooh, I think I found my favorite, but we're gonna go through them. Nope, nope. Ooh, that was cute actually. It's very... Thing is, I love blue, but gotta go for the red. Oh no, maybe that. That's just like... flower in her hair. I love the pearls. I'm a pearl lover. Thing is, that would be something I would really love to get as a gift, is pearls. I got it for a gift years ago, but then someone pinched it. So okay. I am really glad that there is one follower, one viewer watching this. This is literally a chatting. I'm going to be playing my game, but I will be chatting with you, and I do have my thing up there, so then if I don't see you on my dashboard, I can see you now. Now, hairstyle. We're going to go all the way to the bottom first. So, bald? No. Ponytail? Okay, it's very Lara Croft. Oh, a bun? Oh, my friend is starting work, so whilst they have a little natter, I'm going to go back to my transport. Let's see, ponytail again. That's cute, but it doesn't show off the earrings. I do have a hairstyle that I bought. Oh, that's nice. I like the longness of the hair. Not the length. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. That may be Elsa, anyone? That's what I'm thinking when I see that hair. That's just like Elsa. A side bun. I do that regularly. Actually, does the side bun? Yeah, the side bun works. Another ponytail, but it's a bit weirder. That hides the earrings. That looks like a shaggy hairstyle. Another weird plait bun, plait thing. I've already done that for a character, so no, I don't like those. Do it Harley Quinn style, then maybe, but other than that, no. That looks like something from Skyrim, actually. Nice. No. That's all of them. So I think I liked that, the one that had the, yeah, like that really Grecian style. That's very imperial to me. Ooh. Someone's, okay, we're gonna start with, the thing changes to hair colour. Oh, that is so cute. There we go. I've just told my friends that I'm streaming on Twitch now. I love how it changes. If you can get the colour I like. I want to... I'm just going to adjust my screen. Scene select, general. Music seems to have the brightest. I think that's... Damn it! Did I just go back? Oh, damn it! Oh, okay. Well, we know what we wanted. Wait, did it save it? Oh my god! You are... I just want you a little larger. Leg size, big... Oh, that's brilliant. Options, picture. I want to just get rid of the black level so that I can see. Picture. That looks blue. Yeah, that looks blue, and it looks like the return and reset. Okay, because my hair's like black now, so scene select, also picture, HDR vivid, black level. Sorry, I don't like it when it's too dark, so 71. So you guys are going to have it the normal colour, but I'm just having it a little brighter because I have glasses on, so everything goes darker when I'm wearing glasses. Okay, so head marking. No, we're not going to have a head marking. Forehead slope looks fine to me. Cheekbone size a little bit bigger. Cheekbone height, of course, a lot lower. Jaw size. Yeah, that seems right. Chin height. Okay, chin size. Neck size. Give her a skinny neck. Ear size. A little bit bigger. No, we want them more pinned. I want to have a huge flare because my family have elf ears. Okay, and ear height. Have it just a little that one. Oh, I've got to test each one. That one's a maybe. That one. Okay. I love her eyes, but I'm going to... That's dark. What's being super... Oh, wait. I think I've... Yes. Super orange. Big eyes, because I've got big eyes. It's all like that, yeah. Eye separation, I think they're a little outwards. Eye height, they're a little lower than I. Give her a big full head. Eyebrows. Those are nice. Give them a bit of a height. Skew them. Oh wait, they're supposed to be middle. That's fine. No shape. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's more like me. Nose height, fine. Nose width, a little bit wider. Oh, my friend's talking about that. They're having little PS5, PS4 and PS3 controller talk. I kind of like the new PS5. Nose width, a bit wider. Nose length. Mouth height. You can put it a little lower. And we'll do full lips. Okay. So, triangle to finish. What do we call her? Let's go to Google and say fantasy name generator. Let's see. World of Warcraft, WoW, Pet Name Diablo, Guild Wars. I could try Dungeons and Dragons. let's see. What would you be? I think it'd be human, pretty much. Half elf. You know what? Half elf sounds right. Oh, there's a human one. We'll call that one human because Imperials are just practically humans. Female names. I just want a first name. Larazu. I like that, Larazu. So we'll put Larazu on. I'm gonna put not the Z. I'm gonna put Larasu. Larasu. I like that. Done. Done. You have played through the tutorial with the protagonist character. Play. And I know she's in her swimsuit. Larasu. I like that. Okay, so we're gonna do the tutorial again, just myself.
Use your assistance, I'm quite trapped in here.
Oh, wait, wrong thing. I need to just go into social, voice chat, continue, leave channel. That one I don't mind, because that's just the guild I was with. Now, for this we gotta do... I think it's... R2 up to 12, and then you just... This just makes things a lot easier. Okay, and then R1 to go to the next one. I just make it equal, and then who I... let's see, then R1 again. Okay, 7, and it's divided by 3, so one will get 4 13s. So we'll do 4 13s on this one. Then we'll do... Yeah. My math is crap. The L. So they've got 3, the next one will get 2, and the last one will get 1. So we'll just do that for... And then you'll get 3. 1, 2, 3. Confirm all those points. So I'm done with the champion. So... Okay, so they've got 12. Ooh, 14, 12. God, I can't believe I've been doing this for half an hour, but I am very picky. I'm very picky at getting everything done before I start. I think you get the next one, and we'll confirm those. Okay, I'm just thinking. Oh. Oh, my friend has the DS games. Oh god, I was obsessed with those. If I didn't have a thieving sister who would pinch my games, which, come on, every sister does that anyway. I used to pinch makeup off her, and then she used to pinch makeup off me because I would go for a really good brand, and I'm still using that brand to this day. I literally nearly have everything they've ever done. It's called Sleek. I know it's a budget brand, but by god, it's better than the expensive brand. I used to have like, it's like a really high brand shadow thing, and it broke. I was just like, excuse me, you broke? You cost like 40 quid, and you decided to break. La, bitch, you are not on my list. Okay, 120. Steed rank 75. Okay, so confirm. Yes. And we are getting my character into a cute outfit. I might even change her hair. So collections. So let's look at two-handed, because I'm thinking of dual wielding with this character. Or Ivy, you want to cuddle? Oh, give me grumbles because you love it. You love it. Okay, I don't care what the application costs. I just want a preview. Not bad. And that's just essentially the same blade. Nice. Nice. Let's have a look at this one. Ooh, very nice. And for those who are huge fans of Assassin's Creed, Valhalla is coming to PS4. Oh, okay, so no, I'm not a fan of two-handed. I was in Skyrim. It's good because you get the thread, and here, okay, that's not bad. I like I like that. Let's see, and now swords. See, I'm more a fan of swords. Thing is, I like a katana style sword. That is just your basic Roman sword to me. Yeah, that just looks like a basic Roman sword. Nothing really special there. That's not a bad sword. That's very King Arthurish, that one. Because people think King Arthur was actually a Viking, so... so, one-handed. So we've got the axe. Never been fan of axes. But you use what you can get. It's just a fancy wood axe, I have to say. Let's have a look at hammer. I'm not a fan of hammers either. It's not really a hammer though, is it? It's more like a mace, that one. Don't know why you put mace under hammers, but okay. See, that's more like a hammer to me. That's more like a hammer. I watch a lot of Forge and Fire, and I also watch their spin-off shows as well. Where is it? Okay. Just give me the blades, but okay, let's have a look at your swords. Your swords are just essentially the bigger ones being shrunk down, and I think that's a bit of a cop-out really, because that's a beautiful sword. Soul Shrivel sword, I'm sorry, that is a beautiful sword. And then you've got oh, that's just beautiful as well. I'm a dagger person, I'm a sword person. I just think, maybe put her in the Thane outfit, that may be nice. Imperial dagger? Okay. They've just shortened it again. If you want a real dagger, the Morakton. Free to put on, and it looks badass. Sword Thane dagger. And I think that's all of it. Let's have a look at shields then. Oh, they've got the really Roman style shields. I never like these. Sword Thane, I kinda like. I like the Sword Thane. And as I have done this before, in the first couple of weeks, I've also got I get the special stuff. So June 22nd is when it's the cut-off date, but if you get it before then, you get some really cool stuff. So I'm like, you know what? Thank you. You may have been super expensive, but then I got at least about 40-50 quid's worth of extra stuff. And like the coins, if I keep those coins, I think those will be worth quite a bit in a few years' time. So it'd be nice. Okay, bow. I love bows. I'm terrible at aiming, but I love bows. Nah, staffs I like as well, because favourite staff, this one. It's luck. You cannot touch me. It's a Khajiit staff, I know, but it's gorgeous. Imperial Staff 3. They look so ugly. Oh my god, how could you make such an ugly staff? Please say the Thane one is cute. It's cute. Okay, so that's weapon styles. We haven't done the armor styles yet. Okay, I prefer the Assassin's Creed style with the cowl and all that. So head. Let's see what you got. Oh, they do have a new cowl. Let's have a look at that. It's just the basic one for Skyrim, really, isn't it? The one where you see all the people wearing. So that's the light armor. I used to wear a lot of light armor skins. I'm doing this because I hate having the exclamation marks. A lot of people are like, oh, okay, it's fine, but no, I can't handle it. Signature, when did I get that? Ooh, that is a beauty. Okay, so head done. Imperial jerkin. See, the main colours I've currently got are green, so and I've had my pills because I'm on the bed, not the computer. Oh, Ivy's just so sleepy and so cute, and I like that we get to cuddle. So I'm just, you know what, I want to look at the robe. There's so much more added to this in terms of clothing, and I'm just like, I never wear these. I don't really care about these. Okay, so that's cute. That one's cute. That one's cute. Is there any signature ones I got? No, I didn't. Just prisoner shirt, prisoner. So, still, which one in chest have I not gone past? There we go. Legs. I used to be like a total open leg person, like, you know, wearing a skirt or something like that. Because I was just like, why can't I wear a cute skirt? Like that. That looks so cute. Honestly, I played this game right at the beginning. Ooh, another cute theme sort of skirt. Thing is, with this game, you can't play too much of it. I'm doing the tutorial again because, ooh, that's cute. That goes really well. But you got any signature stuff? No. And I still missed something in the legs. Oh god, you're so annoying, this game. What have I missed? Okay, that's the legs then. Shoulders. I prefer ones like these. Big shoulders. And even bigger medium ones. Oh god. Nice. And I did get a signature one for this one. Ooh, that looks cute. Feet. I usually have the sandals. Like wraparounds. Like these. For this outfit, It's all Nordic. I'm not actually, these are just previews. I'm actually gonna go with the official Thane outfit that this has, and then I think that will look cute on my character. Anything signature? No. Hands. I do prefer light looking outfits. They just, you know, oh god, there's one outfit that was purely white because I got the thing for it. There we go. God, it drunk on my sneak. I'm not usually that, I don't usually chug that so much. But I guess I'm just really thirsty today. Oh, you know what, oh, sorry Ivy, I just needed to stretch my leg. Oh, and then I'm just gonna put that behind my head and relax on the bed. So I might as well chat a bit whilst I'm doing this. I think I did a great thing today. I finally talked to Bubby about my feelings. Because you know what? It's difficult for me. Because my brain has to do the negative in every situation. It's like, you know, when people say, oh, you can get help. I'm like, yeah, I can get help. But you know how difficult that is to get help. Like someone to come up to you and say, oh, no, you have it so easy, you can just go and get help. It's not that easy. It's taken me 4 years to fully talk about what's wrong with me, how I feel and all that. It's really difficult. Sometimes it's just the minor things. You know, you've got small things in your life that don't make sense. And I just, you know, feel bad when they don't. I feel like something's wrong with me if I don't. Okay, that's all of them. Okay. It was just, I don't know, I felt like crap. I felt like sometimes I would feel like I would need to cry, but I couldn't cry. See, that's a cute hairstyle, but I want to go with that. People are like, oh yeah. Oh, is that daddy? Is that mummy? But no one really understands what you're going through. Yeah. The Yarl crown does cover up that. Oh, so it gets rid of it. So I'm just gonna put Yarl crown on because she's wearing the Yarl outfit, and I will change the colour, don't worry. Minor adornments. And make her cheerful. As Ivy's been out the room now, I'm gonna shut the door and muffle whilst I chat up to you guys. One of the biggest things that I found difficult is people accepting my sexuality. Even online, I'm part of a brilliant LGBTQ group, but I've got one of the most complicated things. It's like I grew up in several different schools. I had to move families a lot and all that, but the thing is, what was difficult was that I couldn't settle down. I couldn't find myself. And then once I had a family by the age of 6, oh, you coming back in, Ivy? Okay. We'll do that so then you can come in and out all you like. Okay, let me walk around. So I had, I think, 3 foster families, and then I had an adoptive family. And what changed it for me was once I didn't actually get to stay in state schools. I don't call them public schools because, well, they're not public schools. Public schools are even posher than private schools. So when you say private school, you're talking about a normal school, but you pay to get in it, you pay for extras and all that. So like, you know, going to Paris for a week and all that. So sorry, I'm tearing up. So I didn't get to stay in my state school because I was starting to be bullied because I gained a lisp, because, well, kids knew I was adopted, kids knew I was coming from quite a country life to a suburban life, so I didn't know how to speak. And I was 6, so I was already quite behind in my education because I'd moved from family to family, and at each family they don't know your quirks and all that. So when I was 6, I went to a state school for about 2 years, and then I got the opportunity to go into a private school, which was still in the same town. It was still very close to me. I could walk to it if I wanted to. I did that for a few weeks in the summer, just so it would make things easier on my family. They didn't have to wake me up at 8 AM and say, get to school, get yourself ready and all that. They could just simply go, wake me up and say, get yourself ready, go and walk to school. So that's what I did. Because my family at the time, one was a banker type accountant, the other was a flight captain. So they had very busy schedules on their own. That was the mementos. That's cooldown time. Anyway, what I found out once I got to this private school was for girls only. And I was, I think, 11 at the time. And things I didn't know, my lisp had completely gone. I was in the same school as my neighbour. She and I didn't get along much, so the bullying didn't stop, but it wasn't as bad. Any others? Got quite a few. Well, anyway, I found to myself that I'd started to like girls. And, you know, in those times, being gay wasn't... being gay now is not that bad. But being gay back then, and you're 11, you don't quite understand what's going on with you. And then it didn't help, I was an early period. I started period when I was 12. So the next year I started having my period, and it started on Halloween, one of my favourite holidays of the year. So I came home and I was like, you know, I thought something had happened to me. I was like, what is this? What's this? Because you don't get, back then you didn't get taught about this stuff until you were in senior school. I was still in junior school and I was like, what's happening to me? And it turned out I'd bloomed early, and that's why my chest had gotten a lot bigger. I didn't know, I didn't get to be an A cup, I went straight to B cup. It just went, like, one day I had a chest, and that was it. And the other girls didn't understand. They weren't as woke about it, as you'd see. So, one lesson, the teacher had to explain about periods, because the girls didn't understand why I was going to the toilet with my bag and purse and all that, because I had to change my period pad or it'd be disgusting, and I didn't like going to this toilet in school in the first place. So it was really, oh, there's the tools. Oh, so what got to me was that I bloomed early. The girls the next year bloomed, but none of them bloomed as fast as I was. By the time I was year 8, I had already become, I already became a C cup, which is not normal for a 14-year-old. I'm just gonna say, I knew I was going to be big-chested, and I had learned, and we'd learnt about, by that time we'd learnt about everything that you needed to know about what was happening to your body, so I was accepting it. But year 8 was a tough year for me, because my neighbour now had moved to a different private school, so, okay, the bullying stopped a little less, but my main concern was that my borderline personality disorder, I didn't know I had it back then, but I realised I was different. I realised I couldn't learn as fast as the others. I learned that my brain was acting differently than the others, and I didn't understand, but I was still attracted to them. So you can imagine this, a girl who is absolutely different. I used to have, I think, problems with borderline personality disorder. You have psychosis. I have the psychosis. I can imagine things, like I could have a dream and think that was a real thing. I still have that today. And one of the biggest things that happens, and this is what people keep telling me to go to therapy for, is that if I am having a really bad day, I mean really bad day at school, I could start seeing like hallucinations. Like I could see myself hanging from the ceiling or something like that, but it wasn't like, you know, an out of body experience. It was like my body was telling me, go die, go kill yourself. And when I was 15, I got it so bad. It's like, you know, they started being normal to me. Like, I already was having suicidal thoughts. I was already still having these hallucinations, but I never had them at school. But by the time I was 15, they were coming so often that I got one of my bamboo painting things, which my birth mother had got and bought for me because we did a bamboo painting class, and carved dye into my arm. I think that's when they realised, because it was year 8, they realised something was wrong with me, because I was getting angry more often, I was mentally having problems and all that, so they realised something was wrong with me. And so it was to help me, but it didn't help me that I had to leave I didn't like physics, but I had to leave the class early every Thursday to go to this like you sort of psychological test thing where they were trying to calm me down, trying to give me mindfulness and all that, but it wasn't helping. It wasn't stopping the hallucinations, it wasn't stopping my psychosis, it was getting worse. It was just because my home life was so toxic And then my school life was so toxic. I had no safe place other than the woods. I lived right by the woods, so I was so safe. It felt so calming just to go to the swamp area of the woods. There was this big tree which I called Mother Tree, and I used just to sit there and cry. I used to cry. It felt like the only place where I felt like I could just let it all out. And I rarely went because my parents were like, where are you going? Who are you with? And all that. They were very controlling about what I did and what, because my older sister was such a party girl. She used to go out a lot, and she didn't care what they said. It's like, one time they thought she took drugs. They were like, you're not allowed to take drugs, you're like that. And it would took her, because at home it would be an argument every night. It could be between the parents, it could be between me and the parents, it could be between my sister and the parents. It was, every night there was an argument. It could have been the smallest thing. Like one time it was an argument about mushrooms. That was it. My adopted mother would just pop off and then start yelling. And she was the type that she needed to have these arguments. I don't know why, but she needed them. She needed something to be wrong. And so that's how I felt that was a norm. So then I went, 16, 13 I had my first relationship, I had my first kiss. It was with a boy. And I'll go for an imperial horse. So I had my first boyfriend, but it wasn't.
My thanks. Hear me out if you want to escape this place.
So, let me pause again because I want to put subtitles on. So, I felt like this was the norm. Options, audio, NPC subtitles on. So I felt like that was the norm. I felt like that, every relationship was like that. So I did not have a very healthy role model for relationships. So my first relationship, I got out of ice skating because I was an avid ice skater when I was younger. I guess then there were times when my own head wouldn't let me go. So my parents and my sister would get mad at me because I wouldn't go, and that was just because my head said, you're not good enough. Your sister is amazing at it, and why should you be amazing at it? Is she so good? So I still have my ice skates to this day, but we don't go because now my balance is off. My fibro has gotten worse, so I'm scared of falling. And also Bubby doesn't want to go because he's scared of falling too, because he hasn't got the great balance either. So it's more like, if I fall, I could really hurt myself now. And it could hurt a lot worse than it did back then, because I was a growing girl, so I was getting already all sorts of pains. Didn't know I had fibromyalgia, I didn't know that I had borderline personality disorder, I didn't know I was depressed. I didn't know all these things, because I thought it was normal. I thought this is how you grow up. I didn't know, and it was really difficult. I couldn't.
You were on the cart. I saw you before those witches caught us.
Help myself. I couldn't find myself
Apologies for my
being
ghastly
better
appearance.
than who I
I'm not
was.
feeling my
I
best.
thought every day my adopted mother would call me ugly, fat, all that, and that's what I thought about myself. I wasn't beautiful. I wasn't boyfriend or girlfriend worthy. So it ended up with me having some quite toxic relationships. The first one, because I wasn't confident about myself, I started doing stuff that you shouldn't do as a 15 16-year-old, like, you know, going topless online and all that. And then it got shared around, but being called all these horrible names. And I was just like, it's not worth better. So now my home life, my internet life and all that became so toxic that then I became addicted to a 3D platform where I could pretend to be in 3D avatar and roleplay. And that became toxic as well, because I became a toxic person. I know it wasn't. And so after the addiction, after spending hundreds of pounds on how to make my avatar look cute and happy and sweet, and then somehow change it to when I was having a bad day, really depressed, bruised and all that, because I felt bruised, I felt attacked. I rarely got physically attacked. When I was 16, well, between when I was 15 and 16, so like year 10, 11, a girl at school thought it was funny to start kicking me.
Oh, precisely.
And with that,
somewhere in Western Skyrim,
I felt crap. I felt like I'm not worth anything. I'm worth, because my adopted parents, especially the mother, thought it was okay to yank my hair when she was really angry. But then when she pushed me too far, I have actually slapped her, and I felt awful for doing it. But I was so angry, I was pushed so far, and that's the problem. They kept pushing my limits, like, you know, it's like, you know, if you're asked to do the dishwasher, I was like, yeah, I've got some homework to do, or I'm just doing this and just playing a game quickly. Like, I'm still a Sims fan, I'm still an Elder Scrolls fan. Like, I'll do it in 30 minutes, just like, you know, get this done. And then I'm at a good place to stop the game for the night, a good place to stop doing what I'm doing for the night. And there, but then she come up and start screaming at me, like saying, why have you not done it? And I was like, I'm doing something, I'm just quickly doing that, and it would escalate. It's like, when I came to college, when I went to college, I felt a sense of relief, because I wasn't surrounded by girls anymore. Girls who were straight, whilst I was bisexual. And I was bisexual. I knew that. I couldn't tell the difference between loving a girl and loving a boy, because there wasn't a difference to me. They were both genders, but I was equally attracted to both. It's like, yeah, now people are like, oh yeah, but you've got a fiance and he's a man. That doesn't change anything. It's like, you know, if he checked out a girl, I wouldn't care, because I'd be checking that girl out with him. He wouldn't do it anyway, because he thinks I'm the most beautiful thing in the world. So, I don't like that. But he knows that I bat both ways. He knows that I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy to be bisexual and be okay with it, because I wasn't okay with it for many years. I'm going to be 27 this year, and it took me 16 years, 16 years, since I was 11, that I told my sister on her live stream. I was like, hey, I'm bisexual. I thought, do it like that, rip it off like a band-aid. And you know what? She didn't attack me. She was just like, oh, I didn't know that. And I told her, yeah, I've been in it for 16 years now, and you know what? She didn't know. And you know, it felt such a relief to finally tell someone from my past that I was different. I wasn't
I can open the cell door. Once I do,
bad. I was so confused, but it's not an excuse for what I did. I didn't understand. And if you're in a house that doesn't help you understand what you are, it's so abusive, and it is abuse. Yes, I had emotional and physical abuse, but knowing that you don't even know who you are.
I swear, I intend you no harm. If I don't get that flask,
you don't know who you are. You don't know what to do. so difficult. And right now I want to cry because this is such a big thing for me to talk about. Because not only did I not understand who I was, I didn't understand how a relationship worked. I didn't. So often I would break up with boys, like, you know, David, I won't say his last name, but I will say his first name. He was my first proper boyfriend. We didn't do anything, like, you know, we just kissed, we just liked games together and all that. And he did ice skating with me sometimes. And he bought me a cute teddy bear. But it was just like, it was a pure relationship. But then after he found out I was doing things like taking my top off and all that, because I didn't understand that in a relationship you were monogamous. I didn't understand that back then. So he was like livid, shared it, and then I dumped him because it felt as an invasion of my privacy. It's like, you just told everyone I know that I did that, and then you shared it, and I was underage. I did it with another boy, like, you know, another boy who was the same age as me at the time. So, like, you know, it was like sexting and all that. And I thought there was no harm in it. Like, you know, he's my age and all that. But but David was a lot older. He was like 18. So I was 15, he was 18, which is not that bad. But he shared that. And I should have gone to the police and said that he just shared something. But I felt like it was my fault. He made it my fault, like, for doing it. Like, oh, you made me share it. No, you didn't have to share it. I just felt I didn't know what to do. So I was so ashamed of myself, and we just broke up, and I didn't date with anyone for a while after that. I think it was 16 I started dating somebody else. I think it took me a whole year to get over that, because I was so ashamed. But that also, it was GCSEs, and I was just focusing on those. I wasn't the best student. Like, you know, I would ditch homework to play games or watch anime. I wasn't the best student, but I couldn't do a relationship again after what David did. I couldn't. It wasn't his fault. It was my fault, but it was then equally our fault now, because he was over it. He shared underage pictures of me. And one of the things I learned when I was 16 was that my hymen had already been broken. So once I learned about the truth about my father and my uncle and all that, I went down another spiral. I was like, because you know, at 16 you're allowed to, in the UK you're allowed to have consensual intercourse. So
don't be afraid. This may be jarring, but it's a necessary part of the plan.
Just having a look around, seeing if empty urn. So it felt awful to me.
Please, hurry and retrieve my flask.
So it felt awful to me that he did that to me. But then once me and my neighbour sort of got... I still feel like I still feel like I've been attacked and all that.
Give it to me.
So,
Yes,
people do...
better. Thank you. I could feel my control slipping away.
So people don't understand how I am. That's why. It's difficult for me to talk about stuff like this.
Yes, that was
Come on up,
blood.
Ivy. Up.
But I swear there's no cause for alarm.
It's like I've got animals to support me. I went straight into animals. I had Beamish, I had Harry. Oh god, I had so many dogs to support me when I went through these.
I belong to House Ravenwatch, one of the noble houses of Rivenspire. We adhere to the teachings of
my head is like I want to cry.
We help those in need, and we curtail the actions of more hostile vampires.
So what?
We go where we're needed.
So when it came to all that, my brain in college went, you know what, this guy I'm talking to, I found online, I really like him, I want to go and meet him. A lot of my student friends were like, really, you're meeting a guy online, you don't know who he is and all that. It's just like, I'm a good, thing is, my parents didn't think I was good, I had a good judgment, which I didn't, but I knew this person, I've met this person online, and once you knew enough, like, you know they're not lying. And so, but my student friends, like, got in touch with my teacher, counsellor, teacher, such, like, the person who's in charge of you in college, and they talked to my parents, and my parents went livid and demanded to pick me up from school, and I was just like, fine. It's like, you couldn't do anything when your parents are like that, especially how toxic they are. So I was like, you're going to do this normally, you're going to have a cafe, and I was like, fine. But I know this person enough to know that they're good. And he was good. And he was an amazing boyfriend, and he made me, several times, he put some defining moments in my life. Like, he got drunk one night, and we both got drunk one night. I kissed his best friend, who was a girl, and I liked it. Like, the Katy Perry song. But I really liked it. I went, enough of my senses, so that's what kissing a girl feels like. It's pretty straightforward. And you know what? I'll guide the way if we weren't with a whole group of people, it probably would have gone further. It probably would have been. But I was just so happy. Like, I really kissed a girl and liked it, and I know that's fun. That was fun. But then when we broke up, it was hard. It was really hard, because it was a sexual attack. He didn't mean to do it, and I know he didn't mean to do it. He was just super drunk, but it doesn't excuse him. Also, no means no. Like, people need to learn that even when they're drunk. But there was nothing I could do. I was a girl, he was a boy, and he was much stronger than me. He was taller, he was larger. There was nothing I could do. He felt absolutely terrible afterwards, though, when he woke up the next morning and saw me crying. And he stopped me from suicidal attempt as well, like, a proper one. He sat there and talked to me, and we still talk to this day, because I knew if I had told anyone, he would be crushed. I won't say your name out loud, because we're still friends, and I know what you did was out of just pure alcohol, and you would never do it again. He doesn't drink that much to this day, because he felt so bad for what he did. But it put me now down another spiral. Afterwards, I ran away, met this other guy I met on the internet. He was Pakistani, I think, and he had already arranged his whole life for me. And then his best friend went, "Ooh, I'm cute." And he got super drunk as well. And due to my fibro, I can't fight back. I can't. It hurts me to push someone away. Not only emotionally, but physically as well. It My joints scream when I put all my pressure onto someone and say no. But like I said, that was another attack. I got attacked again, and I've been attacked several times in my life because I trusted people, and then sometimes I don't even remember what happened. It wasn't like it was roofied. I'm very bad with my alcohol. I don't get hangovers. I don't. But with how my head is and all that, I get super memory loss. And it was just like, you see, this is what my life is. I had been in so many spirals. I had been in so many bad relationships, but then I had some good ones. Speaking of relationships, hi Bubby.
Follow closely.
Yeah, I'm just on my stream, just chatting really. Yeah, I'm just going deep into things today. Just talking about my life, talking about what's happened, talking about why things changed so much.
Grab something more suited to my skills.
I love you. How are you feeling?
I'm alright, I've literally just gone on my break, so.
How's work been?
Alright. Busy today. Picked up a bit, although we still got the queue, it's just the fact it's annoying.
I love you so much.
And you're the best.
You're the best.
You're beautiful.
You're handsome.
True.
It's true. I love you so much.
Give me a big hug when I come home.
Yes, big hugs and lots of kisses.
Always give you lots of kisses. I'll let you play your stream. Did you manage to do the headset?
No, I haven't. I'm just leaving it. I'll leave it for now and try again tomorrow, okay?
I can show you how to do it. I did send you a video over YouTube.
Yeah, but I'd already started the stream, so...
Okay.
I love you lots. I'll see you later, okay?
I'll see you when I get home. Bye, Papa.
Bye, Papa. I love you.
I love you more.
Most.
Infinity.
And beyond.
Bye, Papa.
Bye, Bubble. Ah, you see, that just relaxes me. I'm just gonna look at it. Search. Take all. It just... I want to cry at the moment. But I know if I start, I won't stop. If you know what I mean. I know it sounds terrible. I'm taking all of this because so anyway, as I was getting back to it, yeah, I've had some really toxic relationships, not just with, like, you know, boyfriends and all that. I eventually accepted that I was different. I accepted I was gay. And not a lot of boys could accept that. Like, you know, you'd get the typical, like, you know, oh, would you do it with 2 girls, 1 guy? And it's just like, yeah, but that's not what I want, if you know what I mean. It's just like guys started being pervy to me when I started saying, yeah, I'm bi. And I was just like, you know what, I still want a relationship. It's not about being sexually active, it's about being who I am. And they didn't seem to understand that was who I am, not... I just felt disgusted almost, like, you know, why do you think you can treat me like that? And then say all these horrible things, like, you know, people are like, oh no, you need to choose between the two. What tells me, what kind of rule is there that I have to choose between two different things just because you can't get a girlfriend or a boyfriend? It's just like I'm not being greedy, I'm being me. I'm being someone who deserves to be cared for, loved, respected. And I didn't get any of that for, God, many years. Actually, I will even say this, not till I met Tom. But I am going to talk about a boyfriend called Dan. God, was Dan toxic for me. He was just like the boyfriend every girl wanted. Like, you know, tall, dark, handsome, had a great job, had a great life, did all these sorts of amazing things, would take you out to dinner, treat you like you know, he knew how to make me putty in his hands almost. And so it took me a long time, I mean a long time to realise, because he was going to propose to me. He was going to propose, but then my head said, no, you don't deserve it. No, you don't deserve to have this life. But actually, I've got the best life possible right now. And so I did the worst thing possible. I called his family a bunch of names. I started freaking out. But actually, what I needed was a hug. Someone to say, calm down, it's okay. But he took it the wrong way, of course. And then I became the total stalker, stan girl. Like, you know, following him on social media, saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me. But he didn't understand. He didn't understand what happened to me. But actually, neither did I. I think my brain was saying this wasn't the person who I wanted to spend my life with. But I regularly went for boyfriends, and then he would come back and make me feel better again, make me, my emotions go crazy, make me putty again. And then one time, I literally left Tom to go to him. And it was toxic again. He then made me go back to the family that had been toxic to me my whole life. And they forced me off a medication. They forced me to dye my hair back because I two-toned it. I made it a balayage sort of thing. And you know what they told me? Though my sister had a bad time, she was allowed to stay in her room and get over it. I wasn't. I was told to get on with chores, get on with this, get on with that. And I was like, no, I'm not being, I'm slightly jealous of my sister that she got this treatment which I didn't. And yes, she's jealous of me because of the body I got, the hair I got, and all that. So it was just like, we were always at each other's throats, but actually it was our parents forcing us to be different and all that. So I decided, no, I'm not gonna live like this again. I did the bravest thing I ever did and call Tom and say, because I was begging Dan, get me a house, get me out of here, get me out of here. And he was just like, yeah, I'm looking. It's like, you know what, it's not that hard to get a house, because I did it for a year. I managed to find myself a room to live in 10 minutes away from work, and all that. You couldn't do it in a week. You couldn't do it in a week for me. And I was going apeshit. Okay, I know that's not how to treat him, all that, and I was in a completely bad state, but I had been off my medication for about a week and a half, and I had been drunk the week before, which, you know, I will tell you a story in a minute about me and alcohol and pills and all that, and I went absolutely over the wall. I was over, I was crap, I was over, I was in the next century, so, like, you know, and that was it. I said, no, just don't do this to me again. Don't suddenly distance yourself because I'm having a really bad time. And I realized I needed Tom. It was like he was my escape card, like, you know, get out of jail. So I went, Tom, please take me home. Just bring me to your house like that. Please pick me up. And he did. He didn't care that I ran away. He didn't care that as soon as I said I needed help, he came to that house and picked me up. He didn't react to anything Louise and my grandma had said. He went, I liked her before. He just said, picking her up and all that. I didn't want to leave my nephew behind. I knew if I'd left him there, he would have a horrible time. But he was safe. They were treating him beautifully, like, you know, what a grandma would do for their grandchild. But they're permanent, like, you know, foster parents for him at the moment. And I was just like, he's going to a good school, he's getting food, he's getting clothes, he sees his dad, he sees his mum, he's got a normal life as possible. He at least is getting all the basic things, even if they won't give him the emotion. I will be there. I sent him presents for his birthday, I sent him presents for Christmas to say, you're not alone, you're right, I'm thinking of you, to say. And that's all I needed. For myself, and I think for him, he gets amazing presents from me. I go and say, what's the thing that kids want these days? And I get that for him. Even if it's something he doesn't like, he will eventually like it. Because my adoptive mother wasn't a fan of Nerf guns. I got him a laser one, because then she didn't have to pick up any Nerf gun bullets. There's a laser one, which she could just play, like, you know, go pew pew pew, and that's it. He's gonna be, I think, 10 or 9 this year, and I'm gonna get him a really nice game, because he deserves it. He's a good boy. And he would get up at 6 AM when I was going to a job, because I literally would have to leave the house at 6 AM to travel to my job, which was only a town over. But I didn't drive because of my conditions. They didn't know that, but I knew that I couldn't drive. I couldn't handle it with my brain, and now it's official. I can't drive. I can't get a job and all that. But he would go at 6 AM to say goodbye to me. And that is how much of a relationship we had. He would be there for me when I needed him, and I'd be there for him when he needed me. And it tortures me now that I can't see him at the moment. And, like, you know, I'm prepared to go back to that house just to see him. And that is what I am willing to do, because my heart goes out for him. He knows I'm here, but he can't see me because my adoptive parents are so restrictive about who he can see, who he can be with and all that, because that's what they did to me. I couldn't have friends that they didn't approve of. Like, there was this girl called Becky. I'm calling her Becky, but you know her, I don't know her full name, but I'm just gonna call her Becky. She was a little odd, but she was odd in a good way. To me, she was odd in a good way. But after my mother said some really horrible things about her, she started not being my friend anymore. She started to say horrible things about me at school and all that. And you know what? I did the same to her. I said some horrible things to her, about her. And people were like, how are you friends? It's like, we're not friends. Because my mother doesn't approve of her. So, that was the problem. That was the problem, so...
I'd prefer to avoid any...
So we'll equip the weapon now. Then that, Ash.
That looks dangerous enough. Now come on, this way.
Two-handed melee. Iron helm. Iron. There's no legs. There's the homespun shoes. It just...
What are you two doing out? Ergala still has need of you.
That's the brute who threw us in our cell. We have to get past him.
I'll put you two milk drinkers back in your cage.
The only way out is through. I'll support you from back. Strike him with a light attack. Hit him again! Hit him again!
Fast, but you can't withstand this.
Your leg is heavy. Strike him while he's off balance. That's off guard. Hit him again!
Okay.
That attack. Strike back.
You can block what you can't
Just
see.
needed something to break, something to kill sometimes.
Break free from that stun. Break free, my friend. Can't get out of that. Another heavy attack. Interrupt him quick. Press your advantage with a heavy attack. Interrupt that strike. Interrupt the attack.
Time to end this.
Smell of blood. We should.
It's the first level up award, no title yet. Claim. Let's increase health for right now. Okay, so we'll do dive. Purchase. Okay, so need something to kill, so just calm myself down. So when I first met, let's talk about Bubby. When I first met Bubby, I was in a bad state. We'd met on plentyoffish.com and he seemed really sweet. I had already seen a few guys and all that, just like, you know, testing the waters, but I was in a bad state. First date, he noticed there was nothing in my cupboard, nothing in my side of the freezer, the drawer. I was like, yeah, I forgot to eat. And I still do that to this day, I forget to eat. That's why I'm so large, because my metabolism is sometimes, oh, you've eaten today. Let's put a bunch of fat on you, so then you got the energy to eat tomorrow, like, you know, to stay up tomorrow. So I was like, yeah. So that's why I used to eat a lot of junk food, because it used to be the quick sugar rush that I could do stuff. That's why I drink snake. It gives me the energy to do stuff like this and actually chat to you guys. So anyway, with this, I spoke to people. I started, you know, our first day, he got me food. He literally went and spent 100 quid and went, here you go, you've got food for the month, make sure you're okay, and all that. And I was like, that's brilliant. He even helped me get my medication, which wasn't much at that time. It was like just a omeprazole, so I could eat food, because I've got IBS, which makes it harder to eat food as well, because it could be that it just puts it all in fat, or that all the food comes out the other end, and I haven't actually absorbed anything. Like, that's a disgusting thought, but that's what happens sometimes when you've got IBS. Sometimes it's just two ways, and you don't get a chance for it. So I don't eat much gluten now, because I can't, gluten products, because I can't eat them. I've eaten a lot of vegan stuff, because my stomach can't handle heavy meats anymore. It can't handle beef very well without me feeling quite sick afterwards. But I'm getting better and trying. So it's difficult. It's very difficult to be who I am. Well, a few months later, after our first date, he took me to his meet his friends at a New Year's Eve party that we were just having at a pub. I was on my medication, and his best friend thought it would be funny that I drink a lot. I had about 4 or 5 ciders, because I wasn't really a wine drinker, I wasn't really a beer drinker, so I had about that much. And this Asian guy came up to us and started talking about Terry Pratchett, and I thought, oh, I've read his books. And then I started saying, like, he's so sexist, there's no positive male role models in his books, like, you know, they were all there for eye candy only. And, like, you know, that's what they did to his books, like, you know, when they did Going Postal, they weren't actually different girls, they were the beautiful skinny girls that, you know, showed off their bodies quite a bit, like, you know, the outfits were very close, they weren't. So I was talking about this Going Postal, and he was just like, you're completely insane, he's not sexist, like, have you read the fucking books? And he was like, and so we just went off on one, and then, but some reason, Tom got really mad, and I didn't know but until later, the guy was getting so close, because I was yelling over the loudness of the bar and all that, and he had gone so close that he could have kissed me. Of course, then the guys, Tom got the guy to go away, because he was like, yeah, this is my girlfriend, and that's the first time he called me my girlfriend. Shame I don't remember it much, but he was like, yeah, this is my girlfriend, piss off, she's not an easy target for you. And I was like, I think I love you. But that night he had to drive me all the way back to Fleet with one hand, because the medication suddenly just made my borderline personality go crazy. Like, you know, I was on my medication, and then suddenly, with all the alcohol that his friend had given me, I was completely going off the wall. I was having a full-on psychotic attack, like, so. And he just, you know, I was screaming, I was, you know, shaking around and all that. He held my hand all the way back. He was trying to calm me down. I was freaking in his car going like ape shit, and he was calming me down. He helped me go to the bathroom when we got back, and he helped me get dressed for bed, all that. And I'd already been sick over Christmas. I couldn't go to my doctor's parents for Christmas because I was so sick, because I hadn't been able to get all my medication. My medication it felt crap. But then when I got my medication, because it was a week late, I got it just before the New Year's Eve. So I wasn't feeling like crap. I'd been overworked. I had done a 72-hour shift over over one weekend because the guy had given me so much work to do, and it was just like, yeah, we've got to get this all done before Christmas. So I was just like, yeah, 72-hour weekend. I didn't sleep. I had some food, but I was really bad at forgetting things like cleaning up and all that. So like, people have to remind me before I go to work and leave work that I've cleaned up. But the guy who was my boss wasn't there much. And then when I was sick, which was often because he would demote my pay, even though I was an apprentice anyway, so you can't live. I was living on £600 a month, 400 for the rent, and then some for paying back the bed, because I was on Amazon, so I used the Amazon thing, and then like all the basics, food and all that, and I would only have like 80 quid for food for the whole month. So I was living on basics, like, you know, they say, oh, eat healthy. No, you can't eat healthy when you're living on £600 a month. So I was eating I got, like, you know, one of my crappiest moments was fish fingers and custard. I liked it, but my bubby always teases me for it because it was just easy. It was something easy to eat and something easy to make because that was all you could afford at the time. So it was just like, you know, you need to eat real food. But I liked it. I would get cooking apples and put that and just boil them down with a little bit of sugar, and then there we go. That was it. The sugar was like a whole house thing. We'd get a bag of sugar, one of us, and then the whole house could use it because some had tea, some had, you know, like me, did all that, apples, and then I'd put walnuts and custard, and there we go. That was lovely. That was just an old-fashioned recipe that I liked, so I just would eat that. So then eventually it just got so bad with the boss, and I was like, you know what, you're never here. I need someone. You're supposed to be teaching me, but I need someone here constantly to remind me stuff of my mental problems and how I forget sometimes of my physical problems. But like, you know, you can't just overwork me. That's not what an apprentice is for. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna. If you're gonna treat me like that, I'm gonna treat you like that, because that's what I do. That's what my brain does. It says, no, you're not. So eventually, what I did, I stopped going to work. I kept saying I was sick, and every day I was sick, he would just demote my pay, and I was like, fine. So then I got enough for 400 out of 1 month, and I said to my landlord, I'm leaving, and he says, no, you can't leave, you have to give me 1 month. And I was like, yeah, I'm not giving you 1 month, I'm not giving you any more rent, because the guy didn't upgrade the house. I had to upgrade my bedroom plug. Well, Bubby upgraded it, I bought it, but Bubby had to upgrade my bedroom plug because it didn't switch off, and I can hear electricity sometimes, and that thing was screeching at me, and I was like, that's just not safe. What if there's an electrical fire or something? So I managed to get that done, but then when we found out, the house wasn't even properly done. It's like, you know, I'm not living in a house that's got a kitchen that, like, you know, the kitchen didn't fit. They got it from another place, which, okay, if you're trying to save money, that's a good idea. But then I upgraded their garden. Like, you know, I gave them a cigarette thing, because my room was literally right above their cigarette smoking area, so I kept getting a lot of dust in my room. So I got them a little cigarette taking out thing, so then they could do that, so there'd be less cigarette ash coming into my room. And then I did some decoration in the garden just to make it look nice. I got them a TV stand because the TV was just on a coffee table, and I thought, actually no, I need a stand. When the cat came, bought a bunch of cat stuff. I also got a cat-friendly tree, so it was a fake tree. The cubby hole, I started putting my books in that, and you know, getting it out. See, the recycling bin, the bin and the recycling bin, I got them that. So I got them a lot of stuff which I didn't need to pay for. This should have been here when the landlord started, but he didn't. So I was just like, he's just expecting us to pay his rent so he can do the life that he chooses. It's like, you know, the heating. I always had the heating down because I preferred the coldness. But then he'd always turn it up, and he'd complain at us for the heating bill. And I was like, no, you can't blame us because you're the one turning it up. It's not me. I prefer it cold. So I just, a lot of time, I had to move my bed because there was mold coming in the ceiling. And I was like, why are you blaming me for the mold? When actually there's more than one radiator in this house, and the radiator I've got, I made sure I had it because I get really cold at night and sometimes I want the sheet off, but they made me move my bed. So I was like in this corner. This room was only like maybe 1.8 meters, maybe 2 meters, 2 by 2 maybe. So this was a really tiny room from the room I used to have. I had like a 16-foot room before, which I could fit a desk, a bed, a bookcase, and a aquarium, and I had an ensuite. So I was living in the posh side of Fleet. But this room was so tiny that I barely fitted my stuff in it, and I wanted the double room. But the couple got it, and I was thinking, yeah, actually a couple does need a double bed and all that, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. But you know what? It was just not a good year for me. But in that house, in that job, it was just like, alright. I was doing a job of 5 people. I kept asking him, could I just work from home, please? And he was just like, no. It's like, but the thing is, you're not monitoring me anyway. And the guy, it was just like, was he just using me so then the guy would think, oh yeah, they do have a job. But he was working from home a lot as well. And I was like, fine. It's like, you know, yeah, I was doing my job. I wasn't slacking off. I was doing it. But I listened to podcasts as well because I was trying to, you know, have fun at work whilst I was on the computer all the time, and I got better at doing what I did, but it was just a crap job, and my health was in the toilet, just like, you know, I was pale, I was crappy, and you know what, I started spending money like you know, crap, like, you know, my credit card. I used to buy crap from when I just got, one day I was just so, several, like, you know, once a month I would just say, I'm so hungry, I don't care, I'm gonna buy Domino's, or I'm gonna go to the co-op and buy a bunch of stuff from there, like, you know, crisps, all that, like, you know, stupid, like, cheap things, unhealthy, even ice cream. I would just go buy a Ben & Jerry's when it was on offer, and I didn't care, because I was like, you know what, my health is so bad, I'm just gonna make it worse by eating crap food, because I can't handle it. I need something with sugar, I need something with carbs, I need stuff to keep me going. So I would eat crap food. So when I finally had enough, I didn't pay my deposit back because, no, I should have gotten, if you're going to make me pay $400 in rent for a month for me not being there, it's like, it's not in your thing that I have to be there, in your contract that I have to be there for, I have to stay there for a month. It's like, you know, I'll be home the whole time. Yeah. So I went, no, I'm moving here, you're just going to have to deal with it. And He didn't try to chase me or anything because he was just that bad of a landlord to me. He had the deposit. He could use that. It was still the same as the rent. Did he really need 400 quid? No. He just wanted to get more money out of me. But actually, and I went, no, I'm just gonna go. So then I moved. Then Tom moved me into his house, and we started sharing his bedroom. My stuff was in here. We didn't know how to organise it. His mother was fantastic about it all. About a girl just moving into the house randomly to be with her son. She was really happy. I'm really happy too. I know I should be playing my game, but I really just need to get all this off my chest. And you know what? First few months, I was a bit pessimistic. I was like, oh, this is never going to happen. He's just going to ask me to leave and all that. And that summer, the whole damn bat city. Oh, wait. Almost said his whole name. The whole Dan incident. That's not his whole name, guys, so you can't find him on the internet because he's not on the internet. The last time I heard from him, he's married and he's now in Mexico, so you can't find him because he doesn't want to be found. That's the last I heard of him. But I stand him again. I don't know why I stand him. And then we had the whole 2 weeks where when I went to him and, like, you know, then I had to spend a week at my adoptive parents' house and all that, and then I went back to Tom. So Tom and I had a bit of a quirky relationship after that. Like, you know, I was gonna live in the summer house and all that, but then I was like, no, I want to stay with Tom. I don't want to live in a wooden house. I want to be inside. I want to be holding someone. So we screwed up that plan and said, yeah, whatever, we'll go back to living together and all that. And I still stand Dan for a while. I still found, you know, he had gotten me drunk one time, and, you know, I did things that you shouldn't do when you're with a boyfriend and all that, but I don't regret it. It's like, you know, Dan, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, I'm over you. I've spent years pining after a man who doesn't exist. I put you on this pedestal, but actually you're not all that. You were just an extension of my adoptive parents. You thought like they did, and that's why they liked you so much. They liked what you did. They liked your, like, you know, your job, your family, and all that. Like, you know, oh, they're all successful. Maybe they'll push my daughter to be successful and all that. And it's just like, that's what they wanted you for. And I was like, that wasn't me, and that isn't me. Like, I'm putting this all on Twitch right now, so someone can listen to this story and think, wait, I'm not alone. You're not alone. It's Pride Month, and I hope you're watching, and I hope this one viewer is understanding that it's difficult. Life is difficult, and yes, some people have had tougher lives than me, but some people have had less tough than lives than me. Some people have been handed this entire life for them, and they don't appreciate it. It's like, I lived in like a mansion compared to some of the places I lived in with my adoptive parents, but it wasn't a home. It wasn't home. So many arguments, so many, like, you know,